huge white, like, flash. And then it turns into this little, like, golf ball size bluish white light, and it starts bouncing.
This light bounced towards us. And we were both like, what the hell is that? And it happened again, and as it got closer, we experienced this ridiculously bright white light.
So you can see these are all our clips from the one location we went to. I think there's 9. First clip is like 23 minutes long. Everything's good with it. Video, audio, looks good. Second clip you can see is corrupted. It's a 14-minute clip. The third and fourth clip, after the corrupted one, no audio. And then these remaining 5 clips, perfectly fine again. Audio, video, everything good. I'm not sure if I can save this clip. I'm going to try. 10% chance it may work. So I wanted to share this with you, just because there's only a 10% chance this may work, because it's going to pertain to some things that happened to Heidi and I. So I wanted to show y'all when we were playing with that clip that I told you was corrupted. Of course, Windows will not open it. We're opening it in Linux, and it is scrambled. And then, what did you say? That there's like almost 5 minutes of video here? Yeah. 456? 456. And this is a copy of ours. And on the original, it's 14 minutes. So, we're missing time in this video.
An hour and 30 minutes. Let's see where the marker is, where it ends.
And what did I say our unaccounted time was? An hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. And it could be plus that 9, which would make it at an hour and 29 minutes, which is bingo bango right there. Oh my God.
So like the movie and this clip, the movie and the audio went way out of sync. Your movie visual is 456 scrambled up, but your audio signal from that same clip is pushing an hour and 40 minutes, man. That's like, I've never seen it scrambled like that.
Oh my God. I wanted to show y'all the recovered audio off of that corrupted clip. When we first downloaded it, this is the line for that straight off of the corrupted clip. Straight off of the corrupted clip, it is a little over an hour and 40 minutes. Then we took it and we tried to clean it up a little bit, take the white noise out. So here we are. We've taken quite a bit of just either silence or just white noise. And what we're getting, playing with it that way, is almost 9 minutes. Then, as you know, the movie clip is like 4 minutes and I want to say like 46 seconds, 56 seconds. I'll have to go back and look at it. So what we did was we took the audio and cleaned it up a little more and brought it down to the same length as the video. This track right here. So you can see that there is some audio here. There is something Let's take you to the one we cleaned up a little bit and so you can see that there is, again, there's audio here. So I'm going to take you to the last one where we brought it down to the same length as the video. Now, what I'm sharing with you is still a work in progress. So we are still working on this, but I did want to show you when we recovered it, what we found, the difference between the time in the audio and in the video. So this we're really trying to play with a little more, but I did just want to show y'all again our discoveries.
So I have an app on my phone called Skyview that you point it at the sky and it tells you what constellations are in the sky, what planets are around. It's really cool. So Melissa was recording and said, "Oh, the music to that's really cool. Keep that on for a minute." So I was looking at it for a little while and decided I'm going to turn it off and take some pictures. Took 5 pictures. And like literally in a row, I just tilted my head back and went ching, ching, done. Okay. It wasn't until the next day that I looked at my phone to look at the pictures, and it's really dark. So you have to be in a really dark room to be able to see it because it's just the stars. It's literally black out there. So, as I'm looking at these pictures, I become aware that not only are the pictures at different times, and remember, I took them literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right in a row. Start looking at these pictures, which are the same, but for some reason, they're at different times. And by different times, I mean one's at like 7:15, 7:17 in the evening. We'll show you pictures of what I took, and we'll show you the times and the places, because the times and the places also don't match.
Okay, so we wanted to show you the pictures we were talking about that had like different timestamps on them, some of them with different locations. And when we first got there, Heidi was playing with that app that shows you, I guess, the constellations. Anyway, and she took some pictures of the stars because it was a real clear night. So I want to share with you these pictures.
So this is the first picture of stars. I have a Google Pixel 3. Timestamp. 7:16 p.m. Can you see this?
Yeah.
And here are the coordinates down here. Okay?
And then is that black dot us on the road?
That is us on the road,
Okay.
correct. Okay, this is our first picture. Okay. Picture number 2. Swipe. Now I am standing in the same spot. I have not moved. It looks different, but there were also some scattered clouds around, so that's why this might look a little different. Here. This is at 8:20 p.m.
Right, and that's your second picture of standing there taking those. How many pictures did you take?
I took 5 right in a row.
In a row.
And literally in a row. The time is just completely off. And there's where it says we are.
Right, which is not in the same place. Because
No, it is not.
You see,
Okay, so this is the second picture. Now we're going to go to the third picture. Okay, it's picture number 3.
Yeah, looks the same to me.
Right. Same
8:23.
time.
So a couple minutes later from the second picture.
Same place, it says. Okay, well, those are the only 2 that seem to be the same. So now, let's go to picture 4. Picture 4, again.
That just is a little closer.
That's it. That's all it is difference. Now it's saying it's at
9:42.
Correct. And
Which is after the time we left.
And look at the difference of where we are.
What?
That's what I'm saying. We were never by that cemetery.
No.
We never even found that cemetery when we looked for it.
Nope, that is true.
So we're not really sure where that's telling us we are, but that's not where we were.
Wow. And wow.
And this is the 5th picture. Okay? Same time.
Same time.
Same location as the other one. So the first picture is exactly where we were. The second 2 are not where we were, but are the same location. And the last 2 are not at all where we were and in the same location. So not really sure how that happened because we left at 9:30.
or something like that.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So there you have it, guys. That is part of our story that...
Wow, it's this has to do with what we're talking about with the missing time and that corrupted clip that we have with the video and the audio being different links and just
craziness.
Just weird.
Totally
really
weird.
Just like been jotting everything down, and we don't have, sorry, it's not so pretty. We haven't prettied anything up because we've been so into this takes you into different directions, and you start researching in other areas. But this is going to help you kind of see how we figured out what time we arrived there. So when we left the location that we were at, we decided to head to this area. So when we headed to this area, we stopped and got gas. And we have a receipt, and it tells us what time we got gas. And it says 5:46. And you always get your receipt when you're done pumping gas. We did not sit there. We left, and I can tell you why, because it was not the best place to stop. Yeah,
So-
48 minutes to get to where we were going.
Which would mean it was 7:02 p.m.
Correct.
Is when we got there.
Correct. So we know it took us 48 minutes to get there, so that's how we knew we arrived at 7:02. But we also knew that we left at 9:33 because I specifically looked at the clock and said, wow, it's 9:33. Didn't think we had been here this long. So we started figuring out, are we missing time? Because of the experience we had and because of that corrupted clip. What we've found since we've been able to recover some of it is that we took each clip, how long it was, put down how long the clips were, and then we figured out how much on and off time we had with the cameras as well. So after looking at all of this, Heidi and I came up with 1 hour and 20 minutes. And then I kind of got frustrated after looking at it too much, and I handed it over to Heidi, and she checked it quite a few times.
It's actually 1:15. I don't know why it says so. So you and I are only apart by 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Literally.
So we're pretty close.
Yeah.
So we are missing time of 1 hour and 15 minutes.
At least.
At least, yeah. And then, that's just rough looking at everything, but rough looking at everything like a million times. So we also want to share with you some pictures that Heidi took. It was like 9 days after our trip.
Here's the deal. I was driving down the freeway. Sun was setting. I was trying to get a good picture of downtown Houston. Okay. So here's my attempt. Again, I have a Google Pixel 3. That's my phone. So here's picture number 1. It is through the windshield, the front windshield. I'm on the passenger side. And I noticed this. Y'all see this pixel?
I can see it.
Okay. So I noticed that. Don't think anything of it. Okay, there's a pixel. Now, fast forward two pictures. And look, it's still there. Y'all see it up there? It's hard to see. But you can see a little pixel. Okay. Now, here's what gets interesting. This is out of the side window of my car. Remember, I'm in the passenger seat. The window is down. The first one I showed you was through the windshield, so there is glass there, and I actually thought that might be a glare. It is not a glare, apparently, because this is through an open window. Now, here's what gets crazy. Okay, first, not only do we have this, but we now have this mass underneath this.
Yeah, what it looks like, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
It's very weird. So, that's what we have for that side. Okay, and then here's the other side.
This is crazy, y'all.
Again, this is through an open window. Passenger side open window. This is downtown Houston. So, it's harder. You can see it when it's just the picture, especially since you know it's there. But I was convinced that I just got blurry pictures and was going to erase it. And my husband looked through the pictures and was like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? And, yeah, so that's what we got.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Just quinky.
Man, yeah, just, is it a coincidence? Is it just, it's unexplainable, just like our experience. So that's all we can say about that, to be honest with you.
That's
But
it.
I thought it was pretty cool, so we shared it with you. We're back. We finally got everything set up. We kept hearing little animal noises and things like that, but it is complete opposite weather than the last time we were here.
Yeah.
It is very misty.
It looks like it's snowing.
Yeah.
That's how misty it is. It's crazy.
It's very
right?
misty. It will probably be foggy on our drive home out of here, which would be kind of creepy. But we do have one extra camera setting out. We have another camera in the car that's running, and we have this camera which is now running again. And so we're going to turn the light on, and we're just kind of do the same thing. We are in the same area. We feel like we're in the same area.
We're totally in the same area. I actually took a picture of the sky. Even though you can't see any stars or anything, we should still be able to get the coordinates, because my phone, when it takes pictures, gives you the coordinates of where the pictures are being taken.
Yeah. And right now, we're not really seeing any cars. We're seeing some people out on their gators, their four-wheelers.
Yeah.
Again, because it's been raining out here, so these roads are now kind of muddy and fun. So,
Pretty wet.
yeah, it's pretty wet, y'all. So bear with us. We're just gonna investigate, see what we see.
So, and just for reference, this is the way that we were walking and we were looking and we saw the lights that we saw.
Yeah, our
the
backs
first
would be
time.
to you.
Yes, we were looking this
This
way and
way.
it was up further, so just a point of reference.
We do
This
have,
road also used to be a railroad line. This was the train line through to this town, so.
Yeah, it was. This whole road was a railroad. That's why some of the stories talk about maybe a railroad.
Like the lantern or something.
Yeah, with the lantern.
Yeah.
But that's not what we experienced.
That is not at all what we experienced. What we have seen that looks like a quote-unquote lantern, we've been able to
debunk.
We saw last time was not a light, like a regular light, like a.
When the lantern.
It wasn't a
Wasn't a
lantern.
headlight.
It wasn't a headlight. It wasn't a tail light. It was completely different than that. So, we actually just came out here to see how we felt, what was going on out here. It'd be great if we could get another.
It would be great if
Something
we could
happened.
experience it again.
It'd be fantastic, but.
If y'all hear the frogs go quiet, start looking. I don't think that it's I don't think that it's a ghost, but that's my opinion.
I don't feel like there's anything
I'm gonna
really
stop it
here
and
as
start
far
it
as that
over.
goes.
I don't either. Okay.
I'm more worried about animals than anything else.
Okay, so we've been out here before. If you are a spirit, a human spirit, can you say hello?
Just for reference, it is 6:58.
We got here at 5:58.
So we've been here exactly an hour. Okay. So you can see it's super, super dark. Like if we had no lights on, we wouldn't be able to see anything at all.
Can you say hello to us? What is that?
I don't know. That was weird. Is that pigs?
To me, that would be a cat.
That's a pretty big damn cat.
We have bobcats out here.
That's true, we do. So if you're a bobcat, can you please not come over here and speak to us? We'd appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, no
Bobcats.
no bobcats. I cannot believe that we're not seeing any cars.
We're not seeing anything.
And it's Saturday night. It was Saturday night the last time we came out. Again, difference, the weather.
That really is the only difference. We're right about the same time.
Okay, so since Heidi and I's experience, we have been speaking with a few people. I've shared some stories with my family, and come to find out, not only have some of my family members had experiences, but also some other people who are friends of theirs. So I have someone who has agreed to share her experience out there with us. I believe she lives in the area. I will make sure to find out. And see what type of experience she had. It may be something like ours, it may not be. So I'm just going to call her real quick. Thank you so much for speaking with me. So, are you familiar with the area? I'm assuming you live in that area.
Yeah, I don't live there now, but that's where I grew up. That's where I'm from.
Okay, so I am familiar with the area as well, just from family and not living too far from there. So
Where do you live?
I'm in Houston.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to let you know that right now I'm videoing this because I've done kind of like a short series on the experience that we've had out there, because we've had other things happen to us, like we lost time when we were out there. We have a corrupted clip. So I know you're not familiar with that because we just kind of got in contact out of the blue.
Sure.
So I'm very interested to hear what had happened to you. How long ago was it?
I was in high school, so
Okay.
It was probably in '95.
Okay. So were you doing the same thing I was, just driving down the road trying to see if there was an experience, just hanging out?
Yeah. So I grew up in that area. We all just wanted to hang out and drink or get away from our parents or whatever we were doing.
Right.
It was just like a hangout. And they have like pipelines down the road, and so you could go hide on the pipeline and just hang out with your friends. And so we actually would do a lot of scaring people. We'd have lights in the woods. We hide in there when people would come. We flash lights. So just all kinds of
Right.
stuff.
I actually did see somebody in a truck doing that.
Yeah, like that's a thing. And I mean, when you grew up there, you're from there, like that's just kind of what you do, you know what I mean? And so this particular time, so I've been up there many times, and I think some of the things that people see is from either side, like when you're going down the main road down, was it 787?
The reflectors. The reflectors.
You see the car lights.
Yep.
And then the car lights disappear.
Yep.
And so I think that's what a lot of people see.
I agree.
But so my actual experience was one of my brothers was driving, and we were in like a single cab truck. So I had two brothers in the car with me, and I was sitting in the middle. And we went down there just like we always did. We roll the windows down, you drive slow, and you just kind of chill and drive. And we saw a light in the center of the road, like in front of us.
Wow.
Probably, I don't know, it wasn't too far away, but it was close enough that we were like, oh, well, it wasn't it wasn't like the height that a car light would be, and you could just tell it wasn't a car light. It was close enough to us so we could only see one light.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, that's weird. Like, we've never seen anything like that before. And then we weren't freaked out because we literally grew up on that road, and so it wasn't a big deal. And then we got, it seemed like it was just sitting there. And then as we got closer to it, it started moving the same distance that we were moving. So as we were moving, it started moving with us, like going the same. Like,
wow.
It wouldn't let us get any closer to it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it moved. I have chills talking about it right now, but it moved towards us so fast. It was so incredibly bright. Like, I literally have chills all over my body, head to toe right now. But the light was so bright that it was blinding, and it just completely engulfed our vehicle. And then it only lasted like a split second, and then it was gone. And then you open your eyes, it's literally so bright you don't have a choice but to close your eyes, you know, like to shield your face. And then all of a sudden, it stopped, and it was behind us, and it just kept going.
Wow.
And that was it, and it freaked me out for the rest of my life.
Absolutely. Our experiences, what color was the light when you first saw it? You don't remember?
I think when I told the story before, it was just a white light.
Okay.
Maybe kind of like an iridescent.
Okay, got you. But then that white light,
then it was
then
like
it got
super
big.
Bright, yeah.
Okay.
And had a little bit of an experience across the street. So as you continue down Bragg Road,
we actually did go over there.
Okay, so you make it to like 1293, and
Yeah.
then you cross over, and there's a railroad track crossing the other way.
Mm-hmm. We went over that railroad track.
I didn't know that wasn't like a track that ran anymore, and I heard a train, and then I saw the train lights.
No shit.
And I didn't know, and nobody ever told me about that. Like, I didn't know. I just assumed that I was seeing a train.
Right. But you didn't know the tracks were out of commission.
No.
Wow.
Mm-mm. I had no idea, so it wasn't weird to me. And then I said something about it, and they were like, "That doesn't run anymore." And I was like, "No fucking way."
Wow.
I saw that, so I don't have any idea what the story is with that, if there even is one. I just know that it was an experience that I had.
Okay, so as y'all know, we've been doing some research and talking with other people when it comes to friends, family, others that we may run into that have also had a similar or just an experience themselves in the same area as our unexplained experience that we had. So I've done I've done one phone interview so far, and then I've got another one lined up. Okay, so I am going to call my second witness, or my second person that I've ran into that has had an experience in the area that Heidi and I had our unexplainable experience. So I'm going to call her right now. Again, I'm not naming any names as they have requested.
Hello?
Hello, this is Melissa with Rootless Destinations.
Uh-huh.
So as you know, I'm calling in regards to our experience that my girlfriend Heidi and I had in the Big Thicket area.
Yes.
And
Yes, I saw that.
so from what I understand, you've had a similar experience years ago?
Years ago. It was in 1973.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes back that far. And my children and I were visiting my sister off of 146 in Livingston. And we left her house about 8:30, 9 o'clock that evening, and was headed down to 146 to the Big Thicket. We lived in a subdivision in the Big Thicket. So as I say, it's 8:30, 9 p.m. Very dark. If anyone has ever been down a country road, you know how dark they are. You cannot see anything.
There's no lights out there.
No lights, no lights. So we're traveling along and just chatting, and suddenly I see a light off to my left on the driver's side, and it's right above the trees.
Is it a little light, a big light? What color was it? Do you remember?
It was a bright light. It looked like a bright white light.
Okay.
And it was off to the left, and then it moved back and come back around up behind us.
So it ended up on the road.
On the road behind the car.
Wow.
Now we're traveling, I would say, 60, 65, maybe 70. This thing is right behind us. And I'm becoming very curious. I said, you know what? I said to my daughter, let's pull over and see what this is. She's screaming, no, Mom, go, go. And the little one, I had a little one, about 3 years old, he hit the floorboard screaming and crying, don't stop, don't stop. So we continued. So I continued on, and then I don't remember. I must tell you, we lived about 10 miles farther to our turnoff from 146 into the Big Thicket. Suddenly, we're at the turnoff. I don't know how I got there.
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely no idea. I I remember the lights. I remember the baby in the floor crying. And I remember the oldest one saying, please don't stop, and the lights. And then, boom, we're there.
That's interesting because Heidi and I kind of had the same experience to where we felt like we were at the end of the road when we shouldn't have been. It was like it was like all of a sudden we're closer than we thought we were.
Yeah, it's just right there for 10 miles, and then boom, there it is. And so it's I don't know, I can't say what happened. If I'd had the presence of mind, looking back on it now, I would have been checking time, but I did not.
Well, right. I mean, it wasn't something you expected to see.
No, not at all. When some prospects, you see, at that time it was very early and there was sightings going on, but not like they are now.
Right.
Now there's sightings going on all over the world, and they're becoming more and more prominent. I mean, it's just everywhere you look.
Doing some of the research from the area we were in, a lot of people are trying to blame it on the swamp gases. But
Oh, I don't.
I don't either. Not that the way that appeared, and then the research that I've done on the swamp gases, it looks completely different. And
It is gas. Yeah, it is different.
yeah, and I don't think that it could move off of the water itself and end up on the road. I guess debunk that, because I just don't feel that's it.
That couldn't be it. That couldn't be it. And it certainly couldn't be anything that would say, well, okay, let's debunk this, for example. It couldn't be a helicopter because there was no noise.
Right, and that's the thing too. I don't know, because you were in the car, if you noticed it or not, but when Heidi and I had our experience, we were not in the car. We were out of the car.
This was in the car.
And it went completely silent. I mean, you could not hear a bird, you could not hear a frog. No, I mean, just all of a sudden it went completely silent.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I don't, as I say, it could have, many things could have happened because I don't remember.
right.
Not until we got to our turnoff right there off 146, like 10 miles down the road, when we were there. So I don't, after the lights coming up behind us and the baby hit the floorboard crying, scared her to death. I can't tell you how we got home. I mean, how we got to
more people that have come forward to speak with us, but we've not had the time to either go see them or set up a phone interview, just with everything going on in the world today, and then of course personal stuff.